Ready? Alright, HX Stomp! Hey everyone, my name is Jason. I've been playing Final Fantasy 16 for a little bit and I am over the moon about how gorgeous this game looks. Maze.
And I'm Tia, and I've been going old school and playing Metroid Fusion on my Switch. Bailey. On today's episode, we will be taking a look at the HX Stomp by Line 6. This multi-effects processor has been out on the market for a couple years now, so you're probably thinking to yourself, it's 2023, does it still hold its own? And on today's episode, we're going to kind of try to show you that it definitely still does. It does come with several different amp and cab sims, along with a couple different microphones for each cab, and essentially just tons of different effects for guitar and bass, primarily guitar though.
Pretty sure there's a plug-in version too that you can use on your computer that you can, technology go between the two.
Yep.
So that's pretty cool as well.
So upon receiving this HX Stomp from Sweetwater, my initial thought was, can this do everything? My first idea was just way too labor intensive, to be completely honest. So on the other hand, I figured why not do a preset for each member of this channel? Because I feel like the four of us cover a pretty broad spectrum as far as music is concerned. So let's get into it, I guess.
All right, so what do we got? Hey, I'm here now for my preset, and I'm using this beautiful J-Doe from Pure Salem. Yeah, what do we got? What are we doing?
Okay, so for yours, I kept it like a pretty kind of garage rock inspired kind of starting point.
Nice.
Like, you very much give me the, I don't give a fuck what amp is in the house. Do I have a distortion? Okay, yeah, I could do the show.
Pretty much, yeah.
And that was the baseline for where I kind of started to build upon.
Yeah.
So the amp is just like a Fender style amp.
Nice.
I believe like a deluxe, like a hot rod of some sort. Just something that kind of anybody would have at their house.
Wow.
So first in your signal chain, after your amp, is a compressor. I did that because I know that you like to play like a lot of chords.
Oh, yeah.
So I can see you like singing and playing guitar. It's kind of got that jangly, again, kind of garage rocky kind of sound.
Well.
And then you get to the heavier part with the chorus, and you got your distortion.
Ooh. It's real trebly.
Yeah.
It's real trebly. Right. Yeah, can we like darken it up a bit?
Yeah. For whatever reason, the reverb just does a hard cut, and I
Yeah,
cannot get it. I can't get it to keep trailing.
That's interesting. Yeah.
So yeah, I tried editing every single everything, and I just could not keep it to be consistent.
Oh yeah, I like the preset. Let us know in the comments if you think that this preset fits for me.
Yeah.
'Cause I think it does. And if you disagree, you don't fucking know me. All right, so who's next?
Xander!
Xander.
No. So we're still on Nelson's. Xander.
That's about right. What did you do? How did you do that?
So for yours, Xander, I started very Black Sabbath inspired. I believe I started with some type of Laney amp.
Okay.
No, I take it back. At first I started with a Laney amp, deleted that, switched it to a Sun type amp.
Okay, that tracks, yeah.
The Obsidian is just like this low, I think it was counted as a fuzz, but
Okay.
it kind of was fuzz / distortion.
That's what it's called, the Obsidian?
And then on top of that was just a pocket fuzz, which was just kind of like a fuzz face.
Interesting. Okay. I mean, yeah, that's about right. You give me a loud 70s kind of amp and stack a couple of gnarly fuzzes on there, and I can get close. Yeah, that was really good. That's a mean little sound. Yeah, that's impressive for a little digital box. You know, it's making me question things a little bit here.
I'm here to shake everyone's worldview.
Yeah, nice work, Line 6. You're doing good.
Right.
That rocks. That's really cool. I approve. Good job. Good job on that setup. You know me too well. Cool. Next.
Jason. You ready? Jason's is a lot. Sorry.
Yeah, we do need a primer.
think it's close, but not quite.
Yep. That's like, honestly, I felt like I needed like a chase bliss pedal in front of it, and then it would have been the Jason sound.
Yeah, because the only thing, this is just me being nitpicky, and I feel like I'm not appreciative because all the time you put into this, and I'm going to get roasted in the comments for that. Dotted 8s
Yeah.
from the delay.
You had dotted 8s, don't worry.
I didn't. I was like, what?
They were on 8s at first, and then I was like, oh shit, and then went through, fixed it. For yours, I started with like their version of a matchless. 2 delays, 2 reverbs. One was a glitch delay, the other was a ping pong effect, and I just kind of had them kind of sort of barely working against each other to kind
like
of create that kind of, I don't want to say ambient or
Yeah, you can
textured
say it.
sound.
Yeah, you can
but
say those.
Yeah, to try to get you in that realm. That's essentially what we did. And
Yeah.
instead of putting an overdrive on top of everything else, because making yours, Xander was joking saying like I'd max out the bandwidth, but I pretty much did. Like it got to the point where it was not letting me select certain things because it was like, nope, too much processing.
Damn.
Yeah, so I just ended up putting a boost in place of like an overdrive. But overall, I still think it was effective. Not exactly your sound, but close.
It was a close approximation, like for an all-in-one device. That came pretty close to my medium-sized pedal board now.
That's fair.
So,
I'll take that. I'll take that as a job well done.
so I guess it's your turn.
Yep. I guess we're good.
There's a lot of good.
I hope. Boy, do I hope.
So yeah, what's final thoughts, first impressions?
Yeah, final first impressions. So, in short, does it do everything? Honestly, no. But will it get you close? Honestly, yes. So it's not an everything in one, but it does check all of the major boxes. You have a couple different built-in compressors, some overdrive, some distortion, some fuzz, obviously delay, reverb, some choruses. There were a couple kind of synthy kind of sounds in there too. I just didn't use any for this particular demo just because I wanted it to be a more straightforward sounds you would probably hear live. And I'm not saying that you won't hear a synth live. You definitely will, but just in a band setting.
One, I think you did a really good job at getting everybody's tone and getting like a dead-on to close approximation of it. I'm one of those skeptics where it's just like, can one of those modelers do everything? And most of the times I'm just like, no, there's certain quirks, there's certain things. However, the more that I sit down with, the more that I see the usage of it for like someone who's playing at church and who doesn't want to bring like a huge pedal board and amp, or someone who needs like a quiet stage from playing live and they just want everything right there. And the fact that you can just make your settings and go is pretty impressive to me. This is coming from an old man that's, likes his pedal board and his amps,
You like the old school, just separate pedals for each of their sounds rather than just all together.
Yeah. The thing is, for me, it's just like, I like pedals like the Dream 65, but that's only focused on an amp. And then you have something like the Eventide H90, which is only focused on effects. When you combine the two, I've never gravitated towards that. However, this one, I think this is changing my mind. For me, I would have to sit down with it more and probably just like tweaks and, just go to town with it and learn all the nerdy details about it. I see the use in it. I see who it's for. And as a person who uses a plethora of pedals, I see the advantage of this. And I'm not going to lie, your back will thank you. Your sound guy will thank you. If you're running in-ears, this is the move.
So a couple other things that I didn't touch on earlier. This is a great practice setup because you can just plug your guitar into this and put in headphones and play silently. So that is an option. You can also use this as an interface as well. So just direct USB from this multi-effects unit just straight into your laptop or your computer, whatever it is you're recording on, just straight through. So they really try to streamline the process. Most of the sounds that you are looking for will probably be in here, especially after some tweaks and some adjustments and just diving a little deeper than you maybe anticipated. You will be able to find a sound that is very, very close to what it is that is in your head. Maybe not exactly dead on, but it will be very, very close. Some cons, unfortunately, I don't care for the user interface of it all when I'm just messing with the pedal. When I first got it, unboxed it, super excited, read the little manual, watched some videos, and then I tried just kind of turning and twisting knobs and trying to like set everything there. And I found that to be difficult. So I just had to put it into the USB and I literally just started clicking and everything was just like, okay, this, that, adjust this, adjust that. That was so much easier. I wish that just looking at this, it made more sense than it does. It is something that will take some time for you to really like dig into and learn. You can, get an idea for it in like an afternoon. We didn't even touch on like the IR or like the snapshots or anything like that because I don't want this video to be longer than it already has to be, because I feel like the selling point for something like this is its size and the different sounds that it's capable of producing. So would I recommend this to someone? Yes, but to certain someones, if that makes sense. So even if you are someone who is really proud of your board and you just kind of need to add a little something extra, this could be that little bit of extra. If you're hoping that this is the only thing that you will ever need, probably not. So in the future, I would like to look at other Line 6 products. I know that they've got the Helix. I'm interested to see how that compares to this and if the Helix makes up for what this lacks.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, this is great for the price, ton of features, they sound great, but it is limited.
Fair enough.
So don't be afraid of putting in a little bit of extra work, diving a little bit deeper, because you will find what you're looking for.
I think it's worth the price if you want an all-in-one unit. Like if you're not a person that wants to separate the amp IR part and the effects part, if you're just looking for one all-in-one unit, I think it's worth the price.
For about $50 more, you can get the HX Stomp XL, and what that does is it gives you more foot switches. That sounds pretty basic and pretty simple. These 3 buttons are a bit limiting because they're kind of acting in place of 2 effects. So if you do want to have a clear separation of all your effects, I would direct you towards the XL if you are heading in this direction.
With that said, it is closing time. Thank you, Line 6 and Sweetwater, for always providing and coming through.
Don't forget, we have social media. We have TikTok, Instagram, Facebook.
We have Patreon, merch. Let us know in the comments.
Have you seen the Spider-Verse? Across the Spider-Verse? If you
And
have, no spoilers, but how much did you love it?
on a scale of 1 to 10, tell me why your answer is 10.
Tell me why your answer is 11.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll see you in 2024
Yeah.
in theaters.
And we'll see you beyond the Spider-Verse. All right.
Adios.
Laters.
Everybody's supersonic racing. Try to keep your feet right on the ground. When you're supersonic racing, there's no time to look around. We're just supersonic racing, running to the point of no return. Everybody's supersonic racing.
Okay. So I guess onto the sounds, or should we run that again, Nelson? Was that kind of clunky?
Yes.
It was clunky. Okay.